A business is an investment. I want to talk about the different types of wholesaling, essentially. Really, all finding off-market deals is wholesaling. Like, we're going out into the marketplace, we're finding somebody who has some sort of problem that the marketplace, meaning like the MLS, everybody else that sees all these real estate deals, that they're not finding. Like, there's people literally in a house right now. I went on a on-site appointment this week. I haven't gone on on-site appointments in months, but I told my team, I'm like, yo, put me on some on-site appointments this week. I'm ready to get back after it in the freaking field. So I went on an on-site appointment to a seller who would have never went on the MLS with a realtor. I don't even think she would know where to find a realtor, to be honest with you. She was like living under a rock. We had to cold call this person on her landline to get her to say, oh, actually, my father just passed away. I'm going through the probate process. I have a house that's halfway built. I have no idea what the heck to do with it. I want to retire and I need money. We would have never been able, like, that lady would have never been able to be helped by anybody else because she just had no idea. So we had to reach out to her to make sure that she got the help that she needed. But like I said, she had no plans. She didn't know any realtors, which is kind of crazy, right? Like, who the heck doesn't know any realtors? But she didn't. She was just an older lady that just kind of didn't really have much family, didn't really have much help with anything. And we were able to go in there, get her an offer, help her out, get the thing under contract. I'm pretty sure we got that thing under contract last night. If we didn't, we should be getting it under contract today. But that's somebody that wouldn't have been helped by anybody else. But because we understand the systems and processes to go find these people and the conversations that we need to have to go find them, we're able to actually have a conversation with somebody and help them out. So that's the most important thing. But that, to break everything down, what wholesaling is literally just going out into the marketplace, finding people who have some sort of problem and essentially presenting them a solution to the problem and helping them out. That's literally all wholesaling is. We call that direct to seller wholesaling, meaning like we're reaching out to you directly some way, somehow. Now, there's a bunch of different ways. Like I said, I was talking about that Zoom. That Zoom is in the Blueprint Vault. But there's like cold calling, there is doing bandit signs, there's going out and door knocking, there's going out and sending out mailers. There's literally all the different ways that you think somebody that you could reach out to a seller. There's a way to build a business around that and the systems and processes. However, I recommend, and this is the majority of people learning on YouTube, just starting out, the majority of people that are just gaining traction in wholesaling real estate and are trying to get their business off, if they're looking to do the direct to seller model, meaning they're going to go out to a seller and bring them through a sales process, lock up the contract, and then go sell that contract to somebody else. If you're going to do that, I highly recommend, let's just say you don't have any money, you could do something like door knocking or whatever the case is. But let's just say you really want to build a business that you're investing in and you're building a process that's scalable. I highly recommend hiring a virtual assistant to cold call and text for you. There's a couple different reasons why. I went over the three categories very briefly earlier, right? There's the free lead generation, there's the medium lead generation, and then there's like the high ticket lead generation, okay? The first one, free, is free. However, it takes up all your time. Now, sometimes you have to do that in the beginning. Maybe you have to get your first couple of deals like that so you can get some money, right? But the second one is where you should really start to like get serious about being a business owner and building systems and processes. The first one you might have to do just to hustle, just to go get your first deal, just to get some money in the door so that you can invest in a business. A business is an investment, right? You are investing your time, obviously, but investing is money, right? You're investing money. You need money to get businesses going. Granted, you don't need it to start, but if you want to scale a business to where it's something that's you're putting in money every single month and getting money back, you need money to do that, right? So the second part of lead generation is the medium ticket lead generation. And this is cold calling and texting is the best way to go. You hire a virtual assistant, that's like $1,000 a month. You budget maybe 6 months worth of expenses before you're getting your really system to processes going to consistently get deals. And if you can do that, let's just say you do that with your first deal or second deal or whatever, you can start building out that process that you don't have to look at anymore. I literally don't talk to my lead gen department pretty much anymore. The only time I talk to my lead gen department is when we hop in a Zoom every single morning to do morning prayer before we start the day. It's literally it. Like, it's completely automated at this point. The reason why I say it's where people should start out building an actual business is because one KPI that we track, right? KPI is like one of the numbers in the business, like how many dials are you doing, or how much does how many, contracts are we getting a month? Or like, it's the tracking. It's like the health. Like, I have this Whoop band, right? This thing tracks my heartbeat. This thing tracks how many calories I burn. Those are what KPIs are. Okay. One of the most important KPIs we track is what our cost per lead is. Like, literally, when I get a lead that comes in the door that says, hey, I want to sell my property for some sort of reason, that costs money. Even if a virtual assistant does it and generates the lead, at the end of the day, when we factor in all the leads that we brought in over the month, over the course of how much money that we spent, there's a cost for that lead to come into the door. With cold calling and texting, that lead is like $30 to $50 per lead. Okay. Which is very, very low. And I'm going to say that is very, very low because I'm going to talk about the next one, the high ticket type of leads. These are like PPC leads. These are like radio leads. These are like leads that you're bringing in from Facebook, YouTube, or whatever. They're super expensive. Like PPC, you're probably going to spend over $200 a lead. Now they're hotter. They're going to be, meaning like they're going to be ready more faster than the medium ticket leads are. However, you have to understand this business, and you have to have a sales process, and you have to be skilled in sales, which we're going to talk about a little bit later, in order to like take advantage of that. So in the beginning, I actually did PPC with Isaac. Isaac was my PPC guy when I was first starting out in wholesaling like 3 years ago, and we generated some PPC leads. However, I didn't understand how to close. I had no idea. So I went on these appointments. We were spending money on these PPC leads, and I literally was burning away money because I didn't know how to close these leads, right? So it's important not to start there. Even though it might look flashy, even though you're like, oh, these are hot leads, I need to get the hot leads. It's not the place to start. The place to start is a medium ticket, so you're not burning your money. But what this does is it allows you to invest in the business and start a systems and process around it at the same time as gaining a skill set, because you're going to be able to get more volume with the medium ticket leads, which means that you're going to have more opportunities and more reps to get better. If you're doing PPC, it's going to cost you much more money. You're not going to have as many opportunities to get reps. This is why I say cold calling and texting is the best place to start. It's not where you want to stay. You can always keep it running because like my business is pretty much automated at this point. I have leads just coming in the door every single day. So you can automate it and get out of it completely and go into the higher ticket leads once you get to that point. Once you've scaled up and you got some good change in your pocket and you're confident in the skill set of you and your team, then you can get into the fun stuff. But it's where you really want to get better, because at the end of the day, this business will not work if you have not built a skill set.